Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. We're looking at the intricacies of DNA production and how it shows there must have been a creator, an intelligent designer. So we're looking at a book by a former atheist who now is a great creationist, Waldron, in the beginning. Let's dive into this. So this is on page 14. We use it as a discussion starter. So we're looking at deoxyribonucleic acid production. That's DNA. DNA cannot function without at least 75 pre-existing proteins. But proteins are produced by only DNA. Because each needs the other, a satisfactory explanation for the origin of one must explain the origin of the others. Apparently, this entire manufacturing system came into existence simultaneously. This implies creation. Now, I'm going to just go back over that to make sure we get that. Okay, DNA cannot function without at least 75 pre-existing proteins, but proteins are only produced by DNA. So DNA needs 75 proteins, but the only way you get proteins is DNA. So this had to have a creation aspect to it, a sudden appearing by God. There's no other explanation. And so now we come to genetic material, DNA and RNA. It's composed of nucleotides. In living things, nucleotides are always right-handed. You'll see why this is significant in relation to creation in just a moment. They were initially named right-handed because a beam of polarized light passing through them rotated like a right-handed screw. Nucleotides rarely form outside life, but when they do, half are left-handed, half are right-handed. If the first nucleotides formed by natural processes, they would have been mixed-handedness, left or right, coming outside of life, and therefore could not evolve into life's genetic material. In fact, mixed genetic material cannot even copy itself. So, if it comes from non-living material, it's going to be left and right, but then it couldn't reproduce. Only with something living, the living had to come first. It couldn't come from non-organic or inorganic, and by some process of lightning or something, or some other process, become living. It just would not work. Just like with the DNA protein conundrum. Each type of amino acid, when found in non-living material or when synthesized in a laboratory, comes in two chemically equivalent forms. Half, again, are right-handed and half are left-handed, mirror images of each other. However, amino acids in life, including plants, animals, bacteria, molds, and even viruses, are essentially all left-handed. Now, this is amino acids in life. No known natural process can isolate either the left-handed or right-handed variety. The mathematical probability that chance processes could produce merely one tiny protein molecule with only left-handed amino acids is virtually zero. Now, similar observation can be made for a special class of organic compounds called sugars. In living systems, sugars are all right-handed. Based on our present understanding, natural processes produce equal proportions of left-handed and right-handed sugars. Because sugars in living things are almost all right-handed, random natural processes apparently did not produce life. So he's giving, Dr. Brown is example after example of the impossibility of evolution. We'll read one other paragraph here. If any living thing took in or ate amino acids or sugars with the wrong-handedness, the organism's body could not process it. Such food would be useless, if not harmful. Because evolution favors slight variations that enhance survivability and produce more offspring, consider how advantageous a mutation might be that switched or inverted a plant's handedness. Inverted or wrong-handed trees would proliferate rapidly because they would no longer provide nourishment to bacteria, mold, or termites. Inverted forests would fill the continents. Other inverted plants and animals would also benefit and would overwhelm the balance of nature. Why do we not see such species with right-handed amino acids and left-handed sugars? Similarly, why are there not more poisonous plants? Why aren't any beneficial mutation permit its carriers to swamp most predators? Apparently, beneficial mutations are rarer than evolutionists believe, and empirical studies show that to be true. And so, whether it's proteins, DNA, sugars, amino acids, all of these things are showing that creation is absolutely true. So God bless you. We'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.